Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcast. The next one is project communication. We had Chad Prinky on recently talking about the morning huddle. You got to do a morning huddle.
Absolutely.
You have to.
Well, part of the communication is that initial scope of the work, which is a little more than that. But the morning huddle really began in crazy jobs like software and building fighter planes. When we want a fighter plane, nobody knows how to do any of that, right? They're figuring it out. So that morning huddle is a 5-minute, 10-minute meeting total where the 4 questions: what were you going to do yesterday? What did you get done? What do you plan to do today? And do you need anything from me? Meaning if you're the owner or the boss. If they do need something, some information or something, that's a separate meeting. But it holds everybody accountable because they're going to have to talk about it tomorrow. It's communication. Everybody hears what everybody's supposed to do. It's very brief, and there's an opportunity for correction in the what do you need from me? And that's a 5-minute, 10-minute deal if you got 4 guys on a crew, right? Tailgate meeting. But it just keeps everybody in line.
Yeah, and that's where you communicate every day. These are our targets. Here's where we stand on labor. Here's where we stand on materials. Here's how the project's going. Do we foresee any issues? How can we avoid them? Is there a change order? All those kinds of things. That's when you communicate them. The other thing that I want to bring up here is around the channels that you use to communicate. A lot of people are just making a phone call. They're texting. Sometimes they're using WhatsApp. I think it's really important to get into a group channel so that anything you talk about on the project, even if it was just me and Martin talking about the project, it needs to be in a place where everybody that's on the team can see that communication so that everyone knows that, hey, anything that happened on this project, they have the ability to access the information about it. Now, that can become a distraction. It can become complicated, but just get into some sort of group message. And every time you communicate, hey guys, morning huddle at this time. See you there, right? At the morning huddle, here's our targets, updates at the end of the day, materials have arrived, whatever it is. Communicate in a group setting rather than one-to-one, because the one-to-one creates a lot of breakdowns in communication. The group setting is always better.
Yeah, we're starting with the huddle that can, if the guys come to the shop, which that doesn't always happen.
Sure.
It's best in person, standing up. If not, you can do it on a phone, do it by phone. The problem for me with texting a little bit is some guys, I mean, if you want to, it's real easy to record what was said in one. But I'm not even after that. I mean, at this
I'm not
early
talking about
stage,
I'm not talking about for the huddle. I'm talking about do the huddle, and on top of that, when there's things that come up throughout the day or through the project, you update in a channel, and then you talk about them in the huddle as well. But just something to be aware of. Really, the main thing is there. If you're talking about the project, it shouldn't be in one-to-one communication. It should be inside of a group setting. Okay, we've gone through 4 of the areas. We're on our last one, project debrief. What is it?
Debriefing, what it sounds like, we go back and take a look at the project. Did we hit our numbers? Yes or no? I think I mentioned to you before we got on, I have a quote in my book from Andy Grove, co-founder of Intel, and he says, in everything, at some point, you need to be able to say, did we do it? Yes or no? No judgment. Did we do it? And that's the number one thing from a debrief. If we did or if we didn't, what are exceptional events that prevented it or facilitated it so that we can create those into best practices? But you have to have a point where the guys go, good job, guys, or, hey, good job, guys, but we fell short this. One of the reasons was this. I failed to order the stuff material in time, whatever it was. But anyway, that you create the learning out of that. That definitely is a group channel deal. But for this first one, you can do it. You can do it face to face. Hey, great job. Now we're going to the next one. We're going to do this same thing on the next focused job.
Yeah, I think what went right, what went wrong, I think is a really great question to ask as well. Ultimately, the debrief you should walk away from the debrief with clarity on what you need to do on the next job as well, right? Whether that's something you did right We're going to do that again on the next one.
Right.
Or if something went wrong, we're not going to do that on the next one. This is what we're going to fix. And it shouldn't just be you that has clarity on it. The entire team should have clarity. And it should be a thorough conversation that everyone adds value to and says their opinion, shares what, their thoughts are. And like you said, it has to be objective at some point. Did we do it? Did we not? Right? Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you, so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.